Hello, friends, and welcome. It's me again, your boy, Discount Walter White. Jeez. I love you, but can you please stop the ads? Anyway, as I schlock my stuff at the end of this video, um, bring you to the Blue Skies Mix. This is another news update video. This is the third in a row tonight because today has been a busy fucking day. And not just in my life, apparently across the world. So let's find some things and see what we've got. Article on the Gateway Pundit, and this is a follow-up video that I promised for Rep. Ramthun's resolution. Pardon me, as my heartburn, my digestive tract decides to incinerate my internal organs. Hold on. I didn't need that anyway. Okay, cool. No. Let's see. All right, this is an update. Wisconsin Rep. Ramthun's resolution is packed with facts showing a corrupted election. Rules suggest his resolution may not be dead in committee. You like the tone of voice change there? It's because I stopped speaking from up here in my nasal cavity. Hi, guys. Let's go to the pool. And I started speaking from lower down in my throat where my actual vocal cords are. Down in there? Down there in that dangly thing right there? All right. Oh, God. All right. That's dramatic. Published January 26, 2022 at 11:45 a.m. on the Gateway Pundit. Pundit. Yesterday, Wisconsin Representative and American hero Timothy Ramthun proposed a resolution in the Wisconsin House calling for the decertification of the corrupt 2020 election results for President Trump and Vice President Pence in that state. The Assembly voted unanimously to move forward Rep. Ramthun's resolution to reclaim Wisconsin's 10 electors for U.S. President and Vice President who were certified under fraudulent purposes. Now, if any of you actually recall, the recounts that happened are the grounds with which, or the foundation with which this is being built upon, because it was found that there were fraudulent votes during the recount. And because of that, it's now aware that with fraudulent votes, the ratio didn't actually pan out with what it is that they were saying. And if you notice, they swept that under the rug and they left it there. Unfortunately for them, I'm a nitpicker and I will find my way to all the worst little spots you hide all of your little sins and I will drag them out into the open, okay? Okay. Also, the unanimous voting is fantastic for me. They unanimously voted for that. The resolution in itself is damning, and some reports is damning in nature. Okay. Let's see. Huge breaking news. Wisconsin Assembly votes to advance reclamation. Let's get the video. Below is Ramthun's resolution, which is 7 pages filled with accusations of fraudulent activities related to the 2020 election. When read by an independent and objective observer, this resolution is damning. Here is only one paragraph in the resolution. Prepare for the paragraph. Whereas, at its December 8th, 2021 public hearing, the Assembly Committee on Campaigns and Elections heard testimony from expert analyst Jeff O'Donnell, who found a multitude of irregularities when he analyzed data from the Wisconsin voter rolls, including that 93.7% of active voters participated in the 2020 general election. 205,353 voter registration applications were dated November 3rd, 2020. My God. 957,977 individuals registered as new voters in 2020. That's almost 1 million. Okay, 45,665 voters who registered did not have matching division of motor vehicle records. 22% of active voters registered in the 6 months leading up to November 3rd, 2020. 31,872 of those voters who registered in that 6-month period are now listed as inactive, and 42,000 voters who voted in the November 3rd, 2020 election are now listed as inactive. And here is the entire resolution. My God. I could read this. Oh my God. 7 pages. I might actually have to do a separate video where I read over this. Jesus Christ. There is also a video included, which, by the way, in the last video that I did on this, there was a video, but it was at the bottom of the screen. They weren't teasing me. They were showing me what to look for at the bottom of the screen, and I poo-brained. I was tired. Like, I'm tired now, but I'm more attentive right now because this is a follow-up, and so shit is going down. I'm just invested in this, too. Oh, yeah, I have raw. Um, Painful tattoo. All right, but as soon as the resolution was addressed by the House, the Rhino House Rules Committee Chair Rep. The Rhino, okay. House Rules Committee Chair Rep. Steinick tweeted that the resolution would never get past his committee. Really, sweetheart? Okay. Zero chance Apple passed. Representative Ramthun's resolution to certify 2020 election results. That's cute. That's adorable. But hold on! Last night, several individuals went through the Wisconsin State Legislature Assembly rules and discussed some rules in the Wisconsin State Assembly that indicated this resolution may not die in the Wisconsin Rules Committee. There's always hope. Rule 43. I was going to say 431. Rule 43, Section 1 on privilege resolutions states the following: any resolution or joint resolution relating to the officers, members, former members, procedures, or organizations of the Assembly or Legislature is privileged in that it may be offered under any order of business by a member who has the floor and may be taken up immediately before all of the proposals, unless referred by the presiding officer to a standing committee or to the calendar. So they used the law and the Constitution. And they reamed that guy a little bit, so that's good. Do me a favor, bounce up and down in your seat there, bud, and if you feel a tickle in the back of your throat, that is not a pickle. I would see a doctor. Anyway, because they went deep. From the video, it looks like the resolution was referred to the Rules Committee. Assuming that that is a standing committee, then that appears proper. However, according to online discussions, Rule 61 also addresses rules of privilege. So long as everything seems proper and in order, they're whooping ass. So long as it's legal, they're beating that ass. Rule 61 states the following. Note 6. Assembly Rule 61. Questions of privilege. Questions of privilege are under the immediate control of the presiding officer and the Assembly. Such questions pertain to the rights, integrity, and safety of the Assembly collectively, to the rights, reputation, or conduct of members of the Assembly in their representative capacity, or to the conduct of government in general. 1. Assembly privilege. With recognition by the presiding officer, any member may raise and discuss a question pertaining to the safety, dignity, decorum, comfort, rights, organization, or officers of the Assembly that requires immediate attention. 2. Personal privilege. With recognition by the presiding officer, any member may rise to explain a personal matter that affects the rights, reputation, and conduct of the member in his or her representative capacity. A pending question may not be discussed in the explanation. 3. Special privilege. Any member desiring to make a statement on a matter other than one of assembly or personal privilege may rise and, with recognition by the presiding officer and within any time limits determined by the presiding officer or the assembly, may discuss any subject relative to state or local government, the conduct of public officials in relation to their official duties, or other matters concerning the public welfare, or any question pertaining to the rights of the assembly collectively, its safety, dignity, or the integrity of its proceedings. 4. Section A. A member may raise a question of assembly or personal privilege at any time. So at any time they can raise a question of assembly or personal privilege at any period in time. Questions of assembly privilege take precedence over questions of personal privilege, and both take precedence over all other questions except a motion to adjourn, a call of the assembly, a motion to lift a call of the assembly, or a motion to recess. Section B. Questions of special privilege may not be raised when any matter is under consideration by the Assembly. So you can't randomly just bolt in, privilege, privilege, privilege. You can't just do that constantly. If it's on the table, it's on the fucking table. Deal with that, and we'll move on to your next course. 5. Section 5. Questions of assembly or personal privilege have precedence only insofar as they require immediate consideration and are not dilatory. Section 6, in red font color. Once a question of privilege is before the Assembly, it is subject to debate and to all proper motions, which means once they accept it as being before the Assembly, it's dealt with. It's subject to all votes and debates. And this was unanimous. Keep that in mind. Let's see. When the question of privilege has been disposed of, the business of the assembly is resumed at the point at which it was interrupted. So once it's brought forward, they deal with it, they move on. Start back up where they left off and move on from that one. It was privileged, it was unanimously voted, therefore it shall advance. I'm excited. Are you excited? I'm excited. My soul would do a backflip right now if the heartburn wasn't so bad and if I didn't feel like crap. So I'm tired. I got up at like 6 o'clock this morning. And it is 10. Hooray! All right. My stomach is angry. And I'm about to do horrible things to it. Let's see. All right. Red Arrow Patriot shared the following on Telegram related to Ramthun's resolution. All right. Breaks in a live stream. It's got a link. Discussion tonight. In a live stream discussion tonight, Marcus D pointed out that if Ramthun's or Ramthun's, I don't know. I've seen both. If Ramthun's resolution fails to get traction in the Rules Committee, he may be able to introduce an amended version of the resolution to the Assembly and call for a floor vote. We'd need 13 rhinos to change their minds, Marcus says, but at least we'd know where everyone stands, because he added. So, 13 rhinos is quite a few. That's okay. Because if they're stupid, then they'll self-implode anyway. Yeah? Yeah, sounds good. It looks like there may be strong arguments preventing crooked rhinos from bearing this resolution. Wisconsin Assembly Rules Committee members, and it's got a link or a list. Let's see, and then it's got contact info. How can you help? Contact the Rules Committee members and tell them to put the resolution through. You can reach your legislator by calling the legislative hotline. So, that's cool. Link for this article in the description. This is a good little follow-up. I like it. I like the idea of this. It sounds good to me. It sounds good to me in the sense of, like, based on whatever you can consider my understanding of how this all works, it's one of those things which honestly, it works exactly the way that I actually figured it would, based on examples that I've been given in the past. This kind of stuff is important because this is how you... Whenever you see corruption and you think there's nothing I can do about that, I can't stand up to that, I assure you, you can, and this is exactly how you do it. If they're going to play the game their way and they're going to win, you've got to play the game their way and beat them at their own game. Otherwise, you're playing at a disadvantage because they'll decide the rules and they'll stick with them and they'll keep you confused and dumbed down enough to not be able to actually understand them. If not for me having an ungodly level of intellect hidden behind these eyebrows, then, like, and that's not tooting my own horn. It's a fucking burden, all right? It's why I talk like I do, why I act like I do. I do not let myself access my full mental capacity, because if I did, you wouldn't fucking understand me. You really wouldn't. And those that I love wouldn't understand me either. They wouldn't... Not all of them would be able to click with me anymore. And I would hate that, because then I wouldn't be myself. Which you could argue that I'm not being myself by not accessing my full capacity for intellect, but it's there in the back of my mind. It runs like a processor. And, oh man, that dry patch and just the fury in my stomach right now is fantastic. Fried foods are bad, y'all. I need a gallon of pudding. Lord Beerus from Dragon Ball Super style. Pudding! Alright. No, for real though. It's... You've gotta wake up a little bit. Like I said, if not for the processor in the back of my brain, if not for the IQ level that I sorely misuse, if not for that being where it's at, I wouldn't have even half of the understanding that I need to have to understand what it is that's going on. I'd be as in the dark as anyone else. And luckily, for me and for all of you, even for those of you who aren't subscribed, and for those of you who don't even watch my videos who know me personally, it's good for all of us that I have it. Because I'm another light in the dark out there. And I'll always be that. That'll never change. And it's come hell or high water, that won't change. It'll always be, I'm going to kick and scream and fight like hell. And I've got the fury to do it. Like, you can see the rest of my body like just momentarily like relaxed, tense up, like that moment of relaxation before you're about to fuck something up, but your muscles are like tense, they're in action, they're ready for action. The potential energy is insane. Um, and the adrenaline skyrockets too. It's really cool. But no, if not for my constant on call with, I want to say, my awareness being the way that it is, I wouldn't be able to even begin to process half this shit. So if you feel dumb listening to any of this, please do not. This is a good thing. I would encourage you to click the link, go and look over the things. Anything you read that you don't understand, look it up. Do cross-reference research too. Don't pick one source. Do multiple sources. And that's going to be the best way to fight back, is to improve your understanding, and even just a little bit, even just a teeny weeny bit, is more than what they want you to get. So by all means, go get it. The best way to fight back with a weapon is, or with the best way to protect yourself with a gun is to load it first. So by all means, which that's something else they want to take from me, by the way. Them their freedoms. It's not just some right wing bullshit either. It's not some conspiracy. That's exactly what we've been seeing for the last 60 years. So please, shit or get off the pot. All right, that's enough. This has gone on long enough. I love you guys. To new subscribers, welcome. To old ones, thanks for staying. Let me know what you think about all this stuff down below. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you think. What you would like to see done. How you feel about all of this. I would say let me know who you voted for, but I would think that given how I've talked about this, it's pretty obvious who you voted for. uh, uh, I voted the day my dad died. He died on my birthday, and I figured, well, there's nothing else I can do. So I'm going to go and vote. First time in my entire life I'd ever voted was whenever he died on my birthday. So I went and did that, and you all should know who I voted for, because I get what I want either way. That's for better or for worse. We'd already seen 4 years of better times, so I get what I want regardless. Burn the world or build it up, either way I win. And I'd rather see it built than burnt. So, I want to see us all make it. I do genuinely care for, even those of you who might hate me. I care for you. You don't have to love me. You don't have to like me. But I just want you to know that you're cared for. That I want to see you do good. Regardless of how you feel about me, I want to see you do well. And if you enjoy any of this shit that I throw out there, any of this schlock that I throw your way, then by all means, please hit the like button. Leave me a comment. Let me know. Subscribe if you haven't. And hit that bell icon for notifications for whenever I do any future uploads. These went in quick succession, but I got to get these out. These are way too important. So it's nice seeing the follow-ups. I've really got to get set up with Gateway Pundit and stuff like that, and Breaking 911, because I really want to follow up on some of those cases, some of the stuff that I've seen, and some of these events. And I need to be more informed myself of what's going on, because again, Eric Stranger, my man, you are the fucking GOAT, okay? You are the greatest of all time with this. Coming in clutch, my man. Because I honestly wouldn't have been made aware of this stuff, and you've given me a new spark, I want to say. Because that old one wasn't quite enough. It was moving, don't get me wrong. It was turning the wheel. But now it's more fluid, more rapid, more steady, more efficient, and that's what I need. I need that. So you've ignited it, and now it's time for me to feed that fire. So I appreciate you throwing a log or two on for me every now and again, because I've just been too damn busy today, and now I'm freezing my ass off. So I'm gonna hop off here, go turn the heat up, and get something warm in my stomach, because I am fucking miserable right now. So like, subscribe, comment, bell icon, notifications, all that good stuff. If you want to support me to help me become independent and improve the quality of these videos, and by all means, please do so via CashApp, hashtag discount Walter White, all one word. And I do accept Bitcoin. So if you want to keep this song and dance going, improve the quality of it, or just change that fucking tempo, and by all means, toss a coin to your Walter, and we'll see what we can do. And I'd be grateful. You have no idea. Because I've always wanted to do this, and now I'm doing it more regularly. So this means a lot to me. And every subscriber that I get, every like, every comment, even if it's a bad comment, thanks for the view. No matter what it is, any interaction, it means a lot to me. So thank every one of you. I hope you do well. Hope to see you flourish and thrive. And above all else, please do not get lost in the mix.